thinking ranged.
TNC's
Maybe
turn to pick.
Tinker.
Wow, okay.
Oh,
Nana
so this is a support Venge, huh?
support Venge? I'm not sure, man. I actually still feel it could be a Venge safe lane.
Support Tiny?
Support Tiny. I think they've run it before. Like Tim's has, like I mentioned, Tim's has run Tiny as a 4. I know some players in C are still experimenting with it, especially in the high MMR range, like the 7K games. I've seen a couple of pods for Tinies. It's very hard. But like I said, you know, like you could toss Tidehunter in for a good Ravage. Oh, that's gonna be fun, man. But picking the Tinker into Beastmaster, that's interesting because they have decent heroes at catching the Tinker. TNC, okay.
Yeah, what I'm confused actually is you usually get the Ogre to actually enable your teammates, and if you end up with a Tidehunter Tinker lineup, it feels like I don't know if maybe if they just play a spellcasting type of Ogre. But well, let's see. I mean, they're gonna have this very buff Vengeful Spirit with Bloodlust, and they went with Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
I'm actually liking TNC's lineup more, honestly. It feels like it has a purpose.
I don't blame you. I mean, TNC, look at how much amp they have. Lifestealer and Cuckoo are both going to hit like trucks, especially with the new Shadow Raises, where every stack amplifies damage. So you take that with Corrosive Haze, the Wild Access. Oh my god, TNC yeah, I'm feeling the TNC draft here, Bowie. I'm feeling it very hard.
Yeah, and like Tinker lineups, they're so fragile. You can be the best Tinker player in the world, but it's 1 or 2 deaths and the game's over, you know? It's very hard to execute. And TNC's is more like, okay, let's win our lanes, let's secure map control, get Roshan, let's push. Not a lot of finesse required. I'm going with TNC this game.
How are you now? Oh, dude, no, you don't do that to me, man. You were going with Mineski at the beginning, Bowie. But also...
No, I'm Mineski all the way. I'm Mineski all the way.
Mineski
Look
all
at their
the way.
command. They're way better.
Oh, dude, not like this, man. Gotta believe. I mean, I'm sure the Filipinos in the chat will disagree with that. But...
Oh, man.
Actually, one thing I want to point out is also the biggest difference here, which will probably set apart these two teams, is that TNC have shorter cooldowns compared to the Mineski side. Because when you're playing around Ravage, before every team fight, it's 2.5 minutes cooldown compared to, say, you're having Corrosive Haze, Roar, very short cooldown spells all around. The only long cooldown spell that TNC actually has is Requiem Assault, which is like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and any wasted Ravages could mean an easy Roshan for TNC because of how strong their lineup against that. I'm curious to see how Mineski is gonna play this because feels very hard. Maybe if they just stomp their lanes, actually here, the Tidehunter. Yeah, it's gonna depend on lanes. If they get good lanes, they can just push with March and Tidehunter tanking everything. If that doesn't happen, then it's gonna be. So yeah,
no problem.
Looks like they're gonna contest.
Yeah, it looks like they're considering it. Tim's is there as well.
30 seconds to battle.
Right now, this will be a very interesting series, not purely because of like the Mushi versus Raven or all that, but this will be an extremely huge matchup between Tim's and Jabs. You know, these two are positioned for players who are both very famous in their aspects, which is why you saw the Earth Spirit ban. It's something which Tim's is famous for on the international level as well. I mean, we've seen it at TI. This guy is just a beast in Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
So, contesting the rune.
My favorite Earth Spirit player, dude. That guy is...
Oh, it's not Jarex?
No, it's actually him. There wasn't a game, VP versus the OTNC. That game was so insane, dude. They almost won, and they were like 20k go behind.
Okay, yeah, I remember that game. I remember that game. That was...
Yeah. Was, I guess... What's the name of that tournament? The major, the German major?
Was it Frankfurt, or...?
Yeah, Frankfurt Major. Quite sure.
Not while I'm around.
But how do you feel about this mid lane, by the way? Because you see Jabs and 1.37, the pause for Tiny, not something which you often see, even though it's something which is being experimented with.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he's gonna get tree grab. I saw like one game where there was a level 1 Tiny just like throwing trees at the mid lane. It was so funny. I like the position Tiny when you have a lot of toss targets. They don't have a Slardar here. They don't have a lot of level 1 toss play. So this is why I'm like 100%. This Tiny pick. Maybe he just gets tree grab and hams.
Maybe. I mean, they could easily kill this top lane right here. You know, you get Magic Mist or Stun, get some negative armor from the wave as well. Heroes might fall here,
Yeah,
but they are quite tanky still.
If you can throw the enemy in your allies, then that's possible. Let's see if he has boots. So that's actually possible. Let's see if maybe throw Shadowfiend into the Tinker. Having a tough time.
That's a quick way for a Requiem, right? I don't know.
level 1, level 1.
Yeah. But I mean, also it's interesting. Like at least in this off lane here, leaving Ice on the Tidehunter against Lifestealer. You know, Tidehunter usually has a huge advantage against melee heroes because of Anchor Smash. What do you think about this matchup, though? Do you think
it's quite even because you have Feast, so it kind of balances out, especially in your levels. He just needs to take care not get But most of the time, he's not going to get a lot of denies, but he's going to CS fine. You have extra 24 of the Qualm Blade, and then Conjure Mash level 1 is... you can actually... It's decent. You can trade hits with Tidehunter. Maybe he needs to fare more regen, but it's going to be fine.
I mean, it's just Ice things, right? He doesn't care about CS, he just wants to mess around and troll Raven. But middle lane, meanwhile, you know...
Yeah, if he forces Raven...
They use the scan.
Yeah, another Tango is already quite a...
They did use the tree grab again, like you said, you know. He's just waiting here. He could even toss him back to Nana if he times it right.
Yeah, I want to see that. They can get a kill because Tinker is probably... He's like skipping... He's saving his point. If Tiny gets a good pro, he's in the mid.
For sure.
He has 135.
They actually used the scan for that earlier on. They just wanted to make sure because they knew what Jabs was trying to do. So the scan they used early on, you know, a bit of a disadvantage just in case for later on.
Tiny!
He's going, man.
Oh.
That right click is way superior here. Oh, he actually tossed him back to the range creep. Oh, what else? Oh, never mind. Seems like he came in, but I mean,
only level 1 is.
He still has rockets, but yeah, they wouldn't have gotten the kill. Like you said, they're very far.
Yeah. One thing that, like, the bad thing about this change is the fact that you get the tree. I find it so cute, little tiny Scrabble.
I know what you mean.
It's the best part about this.
It's like way too big for him.
Yeah, I mean, the safe lane for Mineski is doing quite well. Actually, all their lanes are doing quite well. So I feel like they have a good chance in the mid game here. They just need possible from TNC.
Hold on, bottom lane. Raven getting a bit low, trading hits of ice. Oh, that one was close. I mean, both have one charges, they still have the Salve and Ice, so still okay. He actually went back into the Orb of Venom, something which I realized a lot of offlaners are doing, just to trade the hits, and not to mention because it's fatal now. So you can actually still die from the Orb of Venom in the final tick. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, so far it's still pretty quiet. 4 minutes and a half in, still 0-0, but Shadowfiend is actually ahead of the Tinker in terms of CS.
Yeah, but 14 denies. So he actually ahead in experience. Quite funny.
Still okay, and Tinker has slightly faster farming potential compared to a Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend can clear camps, but you know, Tinker is always going to be able to push the waves out much quicker. Level 3 laser. Oh, that's not fun to play into.
Yeah, that really makes Shadowfiend consider going to the jungle. He probably wants level 5 though, because your mana is better. And Tiny is still trying to go for that.
Yeah, how many times
doesn't know about that ward.
He's actually rotated past the middle lane several times just to scare Cuckoo. But I mean, considering how things are, Cuckoo is still getting decent CS, matching up against the Tinker. But like you said, you know, Fairy's in more regen. I wonder how long before we see Mineski rotating the off lane around. Once you get Ravage up on Tidehunter, perhaps?
They could rotate against Beastmaster here, but I feel like he just wants to farm. He maybe wants to go for the counterplay if Beastmaster ever... Oh, nice toss back for the Joker.
They have the Avalanche as well. Samage could be dying here. First blood. Very nice and easy after the Avalanche kill. One more, and Jabs gets first blood. Pause for Tiny works, guys. Coming to your next pub. Middle lane, they are going to try to jump here into Nana middle lane. They actually get the crash with the Arctic Burn slow. And of course, with the Raiders popping the Fairy Fire. Oh, Tim's getting Nana, but alright. And Jabs he needs one more hit. Okay, toss someone to the Shadowfiend. Toss him. Oh, he doesn't have high ground vision. And 1 for 3-7 will get the kill into Jabs. Mino and Ice picking up an arcane rune, but still 2 for 1. Very nice rotations coming out. If they had a high ground ward, perhaps they could have gotten Cuckoo right there. He just got the mana for it as well.
The thing is, they had a high ground ward, but when Jabs went for that ward, TNC already had a ward spot in it, so you can see that they dewarded quite fast, and there was no play for Jabs. So quite unlucky. He was going for those plays, and the reason he was failing all the time is because TNC had a high ground ward.
Yep,
and now
rotating to the top. Raven wants to get Mushi, but he saw the TP, so he just got out. But still, this will mean that Ice gets a solo lane to himself. Arcane Rune means he can also push the wave out quite fast. Interesting though that he went for the 3 points into Kraken Shell instead of going for Ravage, which kind of means that he wants to emphasize on laning a lot more.
Yeah. It's just, you know, rotating there, the pace of the game really doesn't allow him to rotate. There's no one really in their Mineski safe lane. And Shadow King's quite a fast hero, it's quite an obvious rotation. Just what's doing. And maybe from level 6 onwards, just save.
They've got the stun. Wow, okay. I think Avalanche don't even need it. Actually, hold on, 1 for 3-7, still staying alive for a while more, but he will end up going down to Jabs as well. So that's just one way of doing smoke ganks, right? Tossing your other support in. I like the synergy. I'm gonna try and invade the jungle as well. Oh, Shrine just got used.
I'm gonna find teams here.
Oh, TPs are coming in. Looks like Ninja Boogie probably going to die here, looking for the TP. Yeah, no way. No, okay, yeah, there's no way he survives that. Cuckoo had the razors. He's gonna pick up the regen rune as well. Perfect timing.
Jabs being chased.
Yep. Oh, the boar slow. Jabs. Actually tossing him back.
Nice.
But the body blocks from Savage. Ravage is gonna come out to save Jabs. 3-man Ravage when defensive Ravage, not the way you want to use it like that. The first one of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that Jabs, to be honest. He does save Jabs, but you know, just to support Tiny. You just want to toss people.
Oh, that was clowny though. This is why I said when the Tiny pick came up for Jabs, I was like, alright, we're gonna see some fun stuff. I'm still waiting for that toss into a Ravage combo.
Are scanning.
Yeah, now it's gonna take a while since Ice used it, but he's doing quite well. He was going for the mag on the side.
Stand middle lane and down goes Nana. They just dived to tier 1 for that.
Yeah, so this is why I feel like Tinker, it's kind of hard Tinker game, because you have Winter Weaver that can walk through trees, so he can find Tinker. You have Beastmaster on top of a Blinking Slardar in the mid game. It's very, very hard to play Tinker like that, and it's not so close to his travels. So TNC can probably start pushing some towers now.
Top lane, meanwhile, look at Raven. He's infested into the creep. They know he's there. They even pinged the creep out. Okay, he's actually out. Did they have to stun? Oh, never mind. They actually tried. They even brought Jabs in. Just throws a tree at Raven. Ouch. Actually, the damage is not that big on a 4 Tiny. I think if you pause 3, the tree grab would have hurt a lot more.
Yeah, it doesn't really do a lot of damage. But they're gonna take the tower. Pretty good.
I mean, this is one thing I want to point out first, is that Mushi, when he plays Venge, he actually maxes out the Vengeance aura. Like, usually when you see Venge, you like to max out the Wave of Terror, max out the Magic Missile. It helps you fight a lot earlier. But as a right click, it's not something to laugh at, because he maxed out his passive. He really likes the right click Venge compared to some would go for the 2-2.
And I like it here with the Tiny. Tiny has a lot of base damage, especially when he gets level 6. So it does synergize in that regard.
The tree grab as well. Tree grab, dude. It's all about the tree grab.
That's true.
But okay, they do get the shot slow into Mushi as well with the Arctic Burn. Mushi going for a swappy onto Jabs. Not the right hero, tossing him to Ninja Boogie. Avalanche comes out. Look at this teamwork. Saving Private Mushi. Jabs on the run, throwing the tree at Sam H. Mushi will still get 1 stun number to lifesteal. They're going to try and dive on the tier 1 for this? Maybe not. TP out from Jabs already in. Because of that teamwork and clowny tosses going on, Mushi actually survives that.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised he survived it. Because I felt like he was gonna swap over, but he ended up going for a very suboptimal swap on his own Tiny. But it worked out. But they're gonna lose the tower. Oh no, that's nice. With Ravage ready.
He wants to use it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Could end up getting a Ravager.
Follow up now.
But there's only 2 of them. He does not want to use the Ravager.
No follow up.
Meanwhile, Tinker, he does end up going for the March Bill in the end. So this way he wants to farm up into his BOTs. He's quite far behind the Shadow Fiend actually. Oh, Nana, not like this, Nana. Not like this. He's gonna end up dying here. Missiles come out with the rocket, getting the stun here to try right click Cuckoo down. Oh, the Golden Brace keeping him alive. The Avalanche just in the nick of time. Tims, oh, he actually missed the toss, but Tims is gonna go for Nana. Nana will end up dying here under the tier 1 tower to Tims. 1-for-1 trade already, so you get Tims. He's very fast with the sprint. He's gonna end up dying to the 3 Brave here. Gets the crush out, looking for the ignite and the toss. Jabs will get that kill, so it's gonna be a 2-for-1 trade. But once again, Nana's Boots of Travel will be delayed.
I really like that play because they knew ISI's TP top to hold the tower, and there was no response. Great dive coming from them. And they're gonna have to rely a lot on this Venge Tide combo, but they have not been able to take any of the towers, even though the top and bottom are quite weak for the side of TNC. I'm just waiting for them to maybe smoke gank, try to use Ravage. 12 minutes, and we not seen a lot of toss Ravage combos yet.
Maybe they might try and find the jump here into Raven. They have the magic missile as well. Jabs is invist up. They just need to isolate him very. Raven's actually going for Mushi. He does not. Well, Stardust here as well. Yeah, they're avoiding this gank. I think they want to try and get the timing, at least with Nana, Tinker, BOTs, and the Ravage. This way they know they can secure some kills. But Jabs here put a ward down. They know the Slaughter invest combo is there. Tims, he's immediately out of there. Afraid that there was potentially a smoke gank coming that way. You can see 3 enemy heroes in this bottom lane.
And you were mentioning Mushi actually maxing Vengeance already. He always goes for the Mask of Madness, right?
Yes.
So I feel like it makes sense because like you're muted and stuff, so extra damage. Okay.
Looks like down goes Wyvern. Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Ninja Boogie, full of luck. But they actually may end up finding one hero here, which will be Cuckoo. It will be worth using Ravage here for this. Ravage will be used, landing into 2. Doesn't know hit the Slaughter though. He's gonna try to get the body blocks down to Cuckoo. Invest. Oh no, surprise! And never mind. Oh, actually they turned this around. Fish, big fish, run small fish.
No man on toss.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, no on toss comes in. But it's alright.
Well, I mean, they did took tier 1 bottom, and it
top lane,
feels like
Ninja
they
Boogie.
have
TP'd in, trying to save his tower, but look at all these summons. They are gonna get a tier 1 tower in this top lane. Middle, they will try for a trade of their own. Mushi pushes quite fast, surprisingly.
Yeah, the Mask of Madness Vengeance Tiny with extra 48 damage. I mean, that's a lot, like, considering one skill is giving a level 7 hero 48 damage. It's nothing to laugh at. And, but they need to hold this tier 2 top.
Oh, top lane, they get the crush. Cursive Haze already used into Ice. He has Kraken Shell. The TP's coming in. Only one though. It's gonna be Jabs. Instead of 17 one charges here onto Ice. They will get the Avalanche here, trying to jump into Sam H. And they still have enough mana being used. Look at Ice. He's still perfectly fine. Jabs is gonna be trying to turn around here, but never mind. Perhaps they think about looking for more. I mean, Nana still does. Okay, he just got his BOT. It's on the courier. But this top lane, a lot of heroes, a lot of action being committed into Ice, but he's just, once again too tanky. He will complete his mech very soon though.
I underestimated how tanky Tidehunter with the 25 damage as well. He was being slowed so much and he doesn't die. I feel like you can.
Oh no, I actually don't think that it was worth committing on him in that top lane. But what were you saying?
I don't know. Everyone, because I always felt like Tidehunter was hero, but he was not being as much. And everyone's talking about the new combination of talents, the level 15 Anchor's Mash reduction and Kraken Shell level. So he's getting so much levels, and I feel like it's gonna be harder and harder to ISIS Tidehunter as the game go on. Because like Corrosive Haze is their big way of exploding targets, but he's always gonna be able to purge it off. Unless they go for some purge. Maybe Shadow Fiend has the Shadow
bottom lane. They're going to try and jump into the Slaughter. Gonna get the turnaround though. Oh, actually tossing Mushi away to safety. Here comes Tinker coming in. Tims is inside the trees. They should be able to find this kill here. And Tims, oh, they found it. The crush comes out, but that's alright. They get one already. And they don't want to find to the march. Ninja Boogie, he definitely wants to go back in though. Cuckoo will get infested in. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Raven gets infested to Cuckoo. And the Shadow Bait combo, they will run away.
Nice. 1 for 0.
I mean,
quite good.
Who knew, right? Like, Tiny was apparently this new meta defensive support who tosses your cores away to safety.
Yeah, ever since they changed the way that, like, usually you would get a random unit if you never tried to toss, but now it's like the closest one that really made Mission 14 reliable. Can TNC Roche? Oh.
Not like this. They know that Sam H is alone. They get the avalanche with the gush, tossing him back all the way to Ninja Boogie. Oh la la, I love this a lot. This is so clowny, it's amazing.
Dire structures are fortified.
I mean, this is like I said, you know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I said right, they're gonna have a lot of fun this game, and we're already seeing it. Jabs is clearly having fun here. And as a pause for Tiny, he's actually not that far behind to his next item, considering it's 17 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, he has 0 CS.
Radiant's top tower
Actually,
is under
closer.
attack.
No, I don't know. Actually,
Radiant
Butters.
structures are fortified.
Huh, I'm surprised Teams has so much gold. Fit in.
Radiant's top tower is fortified.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have a Blink Dagger, so it's gonna be scary for Mineski. This Slardar Blink Dagger initiation. I mean, Tidehunter can just dispel that corrosive haze.
And I mean, if he gets Greaves up, that's gonna help him even more, right? Like, you don't even have to worry about the Kraken Shell debuff in time. You can just dispel it straight away. Not to mention, I think if you're below a certain HP threshold, it increases your HP regen, something to consider. And actually, they found a Slaughter that's going to delay his Blink Dagger. You know, Mushi did go into the Shadow Bait, so this Shadow Bait build is super strong. While the main Raven can't do anything to the Tinker. And this is when Nana can start to farm up and scale so much better into the late game. And this is where I feel Mineski are currently at their strongest.
Yeah, they have this Tidehunter, he's pushing waves by himself.
Oh, the swap in. Hold on, they found 1.37 middle lane with the laser. Down goes Wyvern. Easy kill here for Nana. Giving him the kill means that he gets to get quicker to a Blink Dagger. Actually, already has it. So he can go to Ether Lens next.
Under attack.
This Spencer is going for a Shadow Blade as well? He has a Claymore.
This is something I've only actually ever seen on Ohio. So far, all the Beastmasters I've seen, they will play into that very classic Necrobook, Blink Dagger kind of thing going on, and even occasional Vlad, Solar Crest. But Ohio says that this build gives more damage, and it helps you nuke heroes down much faster. Hence the Helm of Dawn as well.
Yeah, I feel like he wants Silver Edge. Maybe Shadow Fiend's going BKB Butterfly and to control that counter, because you can't purge the Silver Edge even with Grieve.
That's true. So I mean, it's one thing they could also consider, like, you know, just having these two spells, 2 ways to break. Sorry, yeah, 2 items to break Kraken Shell. It'll make Ice a lot easier to deal with. That's for sure. Because after seeing 3 heroes commit onto him top lane and not even coming close to getting the kill, that's reason for worry.
And now Lifestealer just investing the Black Dragon here. Doesn't really feel comfortable pushing waves by himself. I don't know, dude. It felt to me like TNC would have so much more strength. But I feel like the Blink Dagger being great. Oh, he actually has a Blink Dagger. I would like to see them going for a play. I feel like they just need 1 or 2 pick-offs and just go for Roche straight away. Or else they're gonna start going with these March pushes.
Oh, they found 1.37 one more time. Mushi's damage is just way too strong. He's been caught out 3 times now. He's 1-4-4 on this win to Wyvern. But I totally agree with you when you talked about Tim said he has to blink. They need to make something happen. Now is a good time for that. But my question is it advisable, seeing as they still have Ravage?
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they're gonna force the Roshan.
Dude, Mineski's playing so well. They know there's no way that's them when they're 5 Like as you mentioned, you don't want to go because of Ravage, so that's why you want pickoffs instead of 5 versus 5s. But
Requiem Souls. Oh, they get the swap out. But now the Ravage comes out, but Ogre's dead first. Jab's probably calling him soon. Never mind. Raven's gonna try and shoot through Jabs. Okay, they will finally get the killing spree, and they want to go for more. But they get Sam hit first. Laser rockets. Nana gets a double. Looking for more. 1-4-3-7 should be falling into the grave as well. Tim to get a double crush. But that'll be a 3-for-2 trade. Ravage being used and Jab still alive. You know, with all the cores still alive on Mineski, they can easily take this Roshan. The only heroes who died on the side of Mineski were both the supports.
And his team is Larder going for this too here. They have Vision of Venge. Oh no. Okay, they hold the Roshan.
But Mushi, he's going. He knows that Tim is here. Assistant 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Oh.
That damage though. I did not see that coming.
It's his Larder. On level. That Venge, Yasha, Shadow Blade, and Bloodlust on top of it. That Venge is buffed.
I mean, it's probably going to be like a Sanji Yasha coming out, right? So Mushi, oh, he's going for the Manta style next, so that's going to help, you know, Manta Jukes. Going to look forward to that.
Yeah, I want to purge the Corrosive Haze. Very annoying. As well as open moves. Because I'm pretty sure they don't have a 4-step yet. Yeah, Titan's going Blink and Ogre Super 4, so it's pretty good to be able to purge open moves. Get out of that.
Alright,
They
so
have Vision of Mushi here. Are they?
I don't think they want to jump this, right? Even if they do, because he has Aegis, they'll probably try to push the top. Sam H with the Shadow Blade was kind of looking around to try and find that Tinker solo pickoff. He had Roar available.
I would like to see them fight though, because Ravage is on cooldown. If they just keep waiting, the next time Ravage is ready, they're gonna be pushing tier 2s. So it's kind of a hard situation, but I feel like you have to go for the plays. Or else, like the reason TNC is strong is because...
Alright, it actually looks like Mineski will force the tier 3, going for the... push.
Yeah, they can.
1-4-3-7 actually gets the curse. It's only going to be in a tiny. Going for the swap. They found 1-4-3-7. He will die. Winter's going to quarter embrace into a creep. Okay, hello.
Oh, that's...
He loved that creep. He loved it a lot. Alright, so tier 3 tower will fall. Curse. Everyone, it looks like he'll blow up Jabs just in the back line, getting the stun, up into Cuckoo, Motor Blade trying to keep him alive, rockets are there, Cuckoo should end up dying here at long last I think, and he won't even get the Requiem off. Buyback ready 4-star front to Sam H. Nana's still okay, needs to run away from Raven. Nice job to get the roar, but only defensively onto Mushi. Sam H is going to get brought down here by all 3 heroes, Mushi unstoppable. Raven's still chasing after Nana. The swap out, the defensive swap. Raven's dead. Maybe forced to buy back here. Really actually wants to go down.
And, well, Ravage is used, so I would really like to see TNC. Anywhere else. It feels pretty green for them. They actually need to go for the upper hand play once.
Under attack.
It does feel actually now like even the Lifestealer, he had a great start in the lane earlier on. The Deso and Armlet, but it's not enough, not even remote. That's not, but Sandwich was then missed up. Nice Manta style dodge. Samhage, wow. They have a gem? Yep, the gem was on Ninja Boogie, that's why. And if the Reef's up, they can just go to the tier 2. Potentially even take another lane of Rax one more time.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is under
Kuku, he
attack.
can't even get close to getting out these Requiem of Souls. We've seen the Shadow Heat do pretty much almost nothing besides a couple of jungle kills.
Yeah. He had a pretty good laning. Tiny was not able to really mess with him all that much. But I feel like they were just a little bit too... Maybe Mineski was a little bit too fast.
But they found Samhage, Infest combo, they want to try and kill Mushi. Alright, nice 3-man crush into the Requiem of Souls, gonna kill off. Aegis will be popped in, Mushi's still alive. Alright, now the Solar Crest is popped. Toss into it, there is the stun here. Yes, they will actually find Raven. Raven's going down. He will be forced to buy back here. Mushi's going to the range. Rax, 2 lanes to Rax already down. Tinker's still alive. He's just gonna blink away. He's alright. He's alright. Look at the crush. Tips, he's found Nana. Nice magic missile, rinses curse. Nana's gonna get a right click down here, I think. But okay, never mind. Just toss away once more from Jabs. The cold embrace. The Ravage comes out on 3. 2 are dead. Make it 3. Tims comes in. The crush is too late. 1-4-3-7 calls the GG. Game 1 goes the way of Mineski. His 4 heroes get stomped on. No answer for this pause for Tiny.
Victory.
That was hard to see, you know. It felt like TNC had everything.